Oh yeah, that's right. You're like, wait, is that where you went? Oh,
Yeah, I'm standing in the corner because Yosef mentioned to Ares that he actively got freaked out a few times by him waking up and seeing her silhouette.
Yeah, it's like a seem like a
because she can't lay down.
What do you call it?
Without it hurting.
It's like seeing like a what do you call it? A paralysis demon at night. Just
I am the sleep paralysis demon. You hear that, Sam? I'm a sleep paralysis demon now. Sorry, I was yelling at my sleep paralysis demon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, my sleep paralysis demon's name is Sam. Because we just chill. And because he's so because they're so chill, I was like, okay, I need to stop calling them bitch. So now they have a name.
You get the same ones?
Yeah. I also get the same 6 night terrors over and over again.
Usually it's always different. Usually it's...
I know mine are always the same. The only thing that's different is when I'm like very sleep deprived and I have like the same 3 hallucinations and then sometimes a new one. I get a dinosaur that's dancing, I got a stick man that walks by throwing it back, and I got a weird capybara mixed with a dog.
I don't know, I don't like the stick man.
Yeah, I don't know why he does that,
but he does. That one doesn't sound fun.
He's dancing.
Do you think those images help you survive better?
I don't know.
In the wild.
I really
Dancing
don't
dinosaur?
know. Yeah. It still is my same 3
Alright.
Everything for me seems to be...
I am a old man. I am an old man. There we go. I am in John. And it is still night. And it is still night. I should have been muted for that. That's my bad. Let me turn this down more. Hate that it doesn't remember the shit for this. There we go. I will be very pissed if I miss the... It doesn't look like I have missed the funeral.
So.
Okay, no. I have not missed it. There's a few... There are a few other people than there usually is.
Solid idea of what to ask, but just... Sort of general pointers.
I guess that makes sense.
How are you doing, dear? You look
I haven't won a game yet.
Don't let your
patience because people are really good.
By which I mean, pace yourself. You know, it's easy to overestimate or just overtax yourself.
Have you stopped being sick yet?
It's kind of like training for.
No, that's not how it works, old man.
Yes, it is. You walk it off. Walk it off.
No, it doesn't. I can't walk off.
Otherwise, you might get all kind of winded,
all the time,
drained and whatnot.
Look, back in my day, I walked off all the sicknesses all the time. Okay, I always walk off my injuries and sicknesses. That's what you do.
You're also an elf.
Very good, very good.
I've seen plenty of humans walk it off. That's where I learned it from.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Humans don't walk off things like elves can.
Yes, they do. They, they'll like sprain their ankle and they will walk on it because, it costs too much gold to,
That's not how you...
to get
That's not how it works.
the treatment to get it fixed. So you just
on a sprained ankle.
Well, it costs money to get that thing fixed. Well, I guess that doesn't matter here. We got the free health benefits here. You should take advantage of that and not be sick anymore.
That's not how it works.
Do elaborate if you will.
It totally is the way it works. We don't have any money here. You can go get, go to a healer for free. You don't have to pay for it.
No.
That's why I always had to walk things off. I never really carried any money on. He's sick. Fix him.
What?
Heal him.
No, I'm not.
Cast some sort of spell.
What's wrong specifically to be able to do something?
It's Wayne. Everything is wrong. Fix him. specifically his brain.
You know, I question.
What do you mean?
If it's
What do you
won't be able
mean
to
by
fix
that?
his brain.
I'm
That's
too.
something that's out of my power. I'm sorry.
Sticky.
I'm not strong enough to do that.
Argue with you, old
Or we
man
might have to have a
John.
dragon magic to be able to fix that.
Interesting.
Because we can't.
Just shove
No, I don't want
seafood down his throat. I heard seafood is always good for one's
that.
brain.
No.
Wayne,
I don't
do you
want
have an
seafood.
upset stomach?
Or, well, practice
I have a
suppose,
fever.
in quotation marks.
I have blue stuff
fever?
coming out of my mouth
At
again.
least apply.
What?
But please.
Let's see. I think of the cause.
Pieces.
Did you eat
Tell him,
anything
Ted. He
recently?
just needs to walk it off.
Mushroom or something.
Say walk the
You can't
dog.
walk it off.
Walk it off. You know,
I'm not a
you get
dog.
sick, you walk it off. If you get hurt, you walk it off. He needs to walk it off.
Dog?
No, I said walk it off.
Rather small, young ones.
I'm not a dog.
I'm not calling you a dog. You're a freaking bunny.
I'd tell you to get back to bed.
You know what? Fine. Hop it off.
See?
Fine, you're a bunny. Hop it off.
See? He's a...
How long I've been out?
What do you
If you're
mean?
agreeing with me,
Why are you-
you're literally laying on a fucking wooden
Why are you
floor.
stereotyping me?
You're too young.
It's cooler down
You're
here.
too young.
Fair.
Oh, no, take it.
You just walk it off.
Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
Check.
Why would you be in a warm kitchen if you want to cool off though? How about go, lay down by the pond or some shit?
Don't.
Help me carry him to the healer's hut
That's fine.
by chance?
No, don't do that.
You know why?
'Cause I
No.
don't
Already in the
wanna
healer's
pick
hut.
up
Because he's just gonna rub his snot all over me again.
The plants
I if you do that, if you touch me, I'm gonna do it.
And if you do that, I'm
You're disgusting.
rubbing it, cleaning it off all over your tail.
One could
Wait, doesn't
Unless it's female, John.
dang it.
Will you stop with that?
you sort of
My God, Wade.
I don't want to be
magical
picked up.
energies from them, or do you channel them, or how would you best describe it?
It's too hard to move.
Well, with a tail that big, I'm not surprised.
You know, all this lazing
Why
about
do you do this to me?
is why you're
You do it
sick.
to yourself.
I can't fight back.
Exactly. He's
I
doing
can't
it to
fight back
himself.
Because I'm sick.
If he just moved around and stopped being lazy.
Not lazy. I can't move. It's hot everywhere.
Look, if you
I think it's because I missed the sun.
So that's kind of
That's probably why.
channeling.
you're
Maybe my
blaming
body's telling me how the sun used to feel.
you're blaming all this because there's no
I
sun,
see. So depending on what spirit comes,
and not
Yes.
the fact that you're being
happens
lazy and you haven't
Yeah,
moved
the
like
result
an
is-
inch since I've seen you sick.
Fascinating.
Indeed.
Which would probably
You
also
admit
affect
that I
just
am
how
sick.
strong the,
I win.
spell is.
I never
You'd
said you weren't sick. I said you just need to walk it off. I told you not to stop being
I'm
sick.
not
That's
walking
it's
it
all
off.
it takes.
I'm
You are sick. You just
gonna
need to
crawl it off.
you just need to have the mental fortitude to get yourself off the floor and move, and that will make yourself not sick.
It was never great feats that I achieved.
Oh, I almost beg to differ on that point. I think
can't move
being
any more
able
than that.
to channel such energies in the first place is a
He's words.
I will say this is a much closer game.
She was
than last
literally
one.
right here,
correctly,
like, a minute
But
ago.
I still feel like I'm on
I know, but like,
the results panned out.
I know they know levitate magic, and no one wants to pick up Wayne
surrounded by the enemy.
when he's too heavy, and
That's correct.
You know,
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, we could pick up one and drop him in the pond full of frogs.
No, don't do that.
Maybe we should do that.
Lawrence,
I
would-
think that would work.
Hey, Lawrence,
Hey,
would your
Iona.
pond full of frogs
I don't
eat
want to.
Wayne?
Iona, I have a
Being
question.
able to communicate with
Trying to feed me the
You're able
frogs,
to use
Iona.
levitate magic,
Can you
right?
move diagonally
they don't
like
move.
that?
What's it?
They don't move that way.
Oh.
Said I don't believe there are any frogs. I think he would
Could you make
drown.
bring Wayne to the healer's hut? He's refusing to be
He
picked
should make
up by
your
a
tower
human.
for a.
Somebody told me you were filling the
Double
pond
and
full of
he-
frogs.
He might have. He
And he
might
ran
have.
out the door.
That's okay.
I understand.
That's why you see an abundance of frogs, right?
Doesn't look like I can get
Yeah, I guess you
Ah,
you
so they're
probably
leaving the
find
pond.
them.
If he
Got
can run,
it.
he can
They were never
probably
there to begin with.
okay, I guess.
He has a fever, and he's
Then I win?
puking out.
I can't tell if Florence is telling the truth or they're just fucking with me sometimes.
You
I know, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The answer is yes.
That's your king. Yeah, you can't make that
I know, that's the bad part.
Oh, yeah.
There's no.
Anyway, I gotta find gold.
There is no direct
Check.
implication. Nothing.
Okay.
No, you cannot.
I want to say thank you for the food. Do you want me to take care of that? Or...
Oh,
We're
you're right.
trying to form friendships.
Oh, man, I'm not thinking.
Yes.
I'm not thinking.
Exactly.
No, they're really a move while you go in the next move. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That is true. That is very true.
Thank you. Come again.
I mean, I guess this is a smart king. Then we don't let the king do something that will actually get himself killed. Not in the immediate future, anyway.
It's been a lot of trying to figure out how to utilize magic on my own.
Who's winning?
Well,
I just came here, hard to tell.
I think he's winning, but it's still kind of anyone's game, I think. At least I think. I mean, I could be wrong.
I think you have
I mean-
3 pieces left, and they have almost the entire board still.
Yeah, but I almost took his king just now.
Hmm.
I actually almost did. I am in a bad spot.
I have achieved.
You are.
I won't lie. But it's not awful. It's probably the best position I've been in this late in the game.
Good. It's still cleaned up. Then I just went to sleep because I was just too tired.
They fall into the category, do they?
Ted, do you know if there is somebody at the Healers Guild that can...
Such a thing.
There isn't, which is why I'm trying to figure
Of course,
who
they'd be magical
can help.
creatures,
They're
Princess, can you do
I moved.
magic?
You got this, Fizwick.
Oh, did you?
capability.
Oh,
Yeah.
names. Yeah.
Oh, we've
Yeah.
just been sitting here watching nothing happen.
Wounds are not
Oh.
fine.
Okay.
You know
Well,
that.
well, now I think I'm out of it.
Oh, darn.
Now I think I'm pretty handily out of it, unless I do something like this.
There's magic is
We were past
one
that
of
for like 3
mischief,
days last
and-
time. You let an open wound be there.
well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it is chaotic to put it to a degree.
you can still not eat that tower because it puts you in a precarious position.
It is still
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
good to
Yeah, I think this is not a winnable one. Because at this point we just start going back and forth.
befriend them.
Well, so, yeah, you just keep moving until he finds a way to block you.
Do not want to be on bad terms with any.
But also end in a draw
Yeah.
if then you run out of moves to make and they don't check.
Where I came from, I happened
I mean, he
to
just
be
checked, so...
Borrow.
a
Hmm.
hitman, more or
Frizzy
less,
might have
of
some. He's playing
you know,
chess
of
right
Well, I
He
mean...
would
Academy
take
of-
a few moments of his time.
I mean...
but point of fact is,
An option.
I taught and trained a lot of young
More than
people
my
like
brother
you
bleeding out.
in these kinds of
I concede. I concede. Very well.
And
Yeah, you bested me again.
of magic is unusual to me as well.
Good game.
I think
Well played.
online conditions might be something of the same.
But I'm getting better. I'm starting to see things. You saw through. I was trying to use my rook. I think you caught on to that at some point. I was trying to free up space over there, and once you took him out, I was like, oh shit. I started improvising.
Certainly used to help someone like you around.
Oh well. Good to have fun. And it looks like everyone's awake now, so...
Any help that I
mission accomplished, I suppose.
Oh, very much are.
Is anyone a
How you doing,
healer?
Jen? Everyone doing alright?
From one vessel to the other. It is in part thanks to you that
No,
More like...
Macy's just, covered in cuts, bruises, and bleeding profusely.
Can you...
Oh my god, okay.
someone's breathing.
And he
What's
has been
wrong?
For 3 days.
Yeah.
Pleasant experience for
Alright, follow me. Let's go to the...
standing.
Let's go to the medical building. Very fast.
Why was he yelling for a healer?
What happened?
Mason's been bleeding and cutting bruises for 3 days now, and he's like, "Nah, I'm fine." And I'm like, "Let's get you a goddamn healer."
Why is he hurt?
The problem is that
Who attacked him?
I don't know. He said he went out to the woods to do something. So God only knows.
Why is he going in the woods by himself? That's incredibly stupid, especially with the sun being gone.
remembering.
Do you know why he went to the woods? Hey, I'm looking talking to you.
What? Huh?
So do you know why he went to the woods?
No, I don't know why he went out there. I don't know his reasons for that.
Do you know if he went with anyone?
Telling me why. No,
I know for a fact
didn't
he
go with anyone.
Look, I can go in the woods because I'm sneaky and I can not be seen, but other people, you're going to be seen. Especially when you have big red spots on your fur. Going to stick out a little bit around the greenery.
What is it? Him being reckless isn't anything new, but he's not helping him here, obviously.
Well, hopefully, Iona and Gold, for whatever reason, can help him out.
Gold is very practical. He comes from a world similar to mine with low magic. He probably knows some decent first aid, and Iona's magical, so maybe there's some magic she can do. I know she's not the healer, but could use some magic to help with that. Also, why are they staring out in the woods?
I mean, they're the defenders, you know, it's what they do.
They don't usually stare out there unless there's something going on.
But I think Mason needs to realize that there is actually a possibility of dying here if he's outside there.
Throw us in a different area that we don't belong in.
There's a good chance that might happen.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hello, Sir John.
Hi. What seems to be going on?
We'll worry about that.
Not much at the moment.
I
heard that Naruto's funeral was today.
From my understanding, yes.
I did die in my room.
No.
Just want you.
I see.
Yes.
I was locked away yesterday planning for the future.
I can't move.
Ideas of what we need to do going forward. One of our order members died recently to some creature in the woods, and we still need more resources for the gate.
So I don't know if I fell into a portal or if I just fell.
So, probably be spending the day trying to gather more resources for,
I can help Wayne. Wait.
among other things.
Be careful. The one with the black and red fur apparently has been hurt for 3 days because he went out alone in the forest, so...
This realm has messed up a lot of my...
Well, I don't plan on going out alone.
That won't make me throw up.
Well, at least you have some common sense. At least they finally dragged him to the healers to get healed up.
Hopefully, if we do...
I might want to, since you're the defenders and everything, you might want to check with him to see what attacked him. Might help you out if you're going to go out today.
That would be wise. If it's the same creature that attacked Sarah...
Go to...
Wayne, did you eat the flowers?
I'll figure that out then.
Nightmarish world that you...
Alright. Of course. Good luck.
I tried to, and I threw it up.
Oh dear.
Yes,
No wonder you were sick. Are you feeling any better?
From time to time.
You can be strong, yes.
No, not right now.
Oh my god.
Easy to... They capture someone else.
I don't know if you have anything.
Good to see you. I haven't seen you for a bit.
You know, help us out.
Construction on the wall never gets done, but although it's finishing touches on them. I've heard of the news, unfortunately.
Yes, the funeral's going to be today, so...
If you want actual food,
I will attend it best as I can.
Appreciate it.
Seems to be giving me a bit of a...
Indeed. Just give me a moment. I need to ask him where he got wounded outside of the walls. You're welcome to join if you like.
Yeah, I told the Reinhardt about it, so he's probably asking him about it now, so I'd probably go now.
3 days since I've been there.
I see.
I can say something.
Thank you.
What?
Twice your size.
Well, the town drunk kicked the mushroom child and was thusly banned from the town for 1 week.
Did he say where and how he got wounded?
Trolls, were they?
I see.
No.
3 days ago,
Okay.
some nasty fey creatures
they're keeping
just
their
out
word.
in the forest.
Of course, Faye.
Yeah. I mean, even if I was in the forest,
Fuck, it's always the fucking Faye.
fake creatures, predators, that sort of thing. But trolls, they're just keeping to their own territory.
Hello there.
Also,
I know.
okay, good. The title is updated. Good.
Yes. I
I
feel
see.
fine.
May I ask, why was you outside of the walls? May I ask?
My mind was not in a very clear place. I mean, I prefer to go in a forest rather than, you know, tell everyone, why should I kill myself?
I see. But I don't mind that if you need to go outside the walls for clarification or whatever purposes wise that helps you. That's okay. Just don't go too deep into the forest purposes wise. Already been told by a couple and also yourself as well that you got wounded outside, and letting you know the gods here will do their absolute best to protect people in and outside of the walls, but my main purposes and our main objective is protecting the town.
Yeah.
Please and thank you for coming back alive, but also stay alive as well. Try not to risk yourself going out there too many times or going deep into the forest.
Yeah. I mean, if I go back to the forest, I'll say to many people I'll be back in the forest for a little bit. Maybe to scout around, maybe?
I recommend staying near the walls.
I will.
Alright. At least go to the bathhouse area. That is relaxing enough.
Yeah? I will go
Do
there
you think
next
any
time.
of the Do you think any of the creatures that attacked you followed you?
No. I can, should I say, transform myself into a ball of light. I can still do that. So if any creatures have followed me, it would have been difficult to keep up with me. Too difficult for
So
some.
far I've been told by fey creatures of all types of sizes and creatures from outside. Feywilds creatures, my guess, just being, well, the Feywilds, I suppose. I wouldn't say too alarmed, but then again, we will keep an eye out on the walls in the battlement.
I'm pretty
But like
sure
I
none
said,
have followed me.
I'm
But
sure.
I'm pretty sure.
If you're not busy,
safety
feel so
precautions.
to get some lasers off of you.
Just make sure do not
Somewhat.
get into more
Somewhat.
trouble, or at least go somewhere else that is more
Just
safe.
basic leather, just enough to make a couple of bags.
I will.
Like how many bags does he need?
One problem.
Two or three.
Where is he? I'll get some
Small
more.
bags. Not like mile line, just like small bags. He's in his dome.
Attacked by multiple creatures?
Alright, thank you for letting me know. I'll check with him.
It sounds like a band of like the Feywild.
Otherwise, to get out your frustration.
No.
Oh dear.
Looks like it's
I believe
done.
that's service.
Yes. Alright, let's go. Funeral time.
Maybe I should ask Dante.
There's a lot going on now today. Gently wipe a few.
Yeah, I guess you're
Case
right.
files are misting up.
Wayne's probably still eating flowers, so.
Wait, what were you saying? Sorry.
We're simply saying that you are right, of course, about the fact that while it hurts like hell now, it will get better. It won't
I imagine
entirely
this is going to
go
be
away.
service.
It never
Or,
really does, but
well,
it's not
something.
as bad after a while.
Yeah.
And they learn to live with it. In their memory, in their honor.
Like I said, Tweet, I'll be with you here every step of the way. I won't leave your side, okay? Unless you get bored and you need to go somewhere. That's also okay.
Isaac, are you in
Wanna
search
go
of anything
downstairs?
else by chance?
Right
The
now,
sun?
no. Well,
You have
yeah,
the
if
sun
we
in your
can find the
pocket.
sun. Find the sun,
No, Wayne ate that one. We already confirmed it. Wayne ate that thing.
Even though it had
Wayne ate the sun.
yeah,
Oh my
the
goodness.
sources that we found, there was nothing
That is
really did.
quite the ensemble.
Wherever you
Seeing
want to
somebody
sit,
dying
Tulip.
right in front of my eyes.
I don't know why. I just look at you and the only word that comes in my head is something that says pimped out, but I don't know what that means.
Actually.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It just popped in my head.
I just felt
Good evening. Indeed, we are going to be
I mean,
having
I feel
service
fine.
today, but today we are also going to be,
Just gonna
Like I know
put
how
the arm
important
around
they were
you.
to the town and
I have at
everything.
last found the
That's all.
words to seek for
Your feelings are valid too.
Lady Nurta's
Don't forget
funeral
that.
arrangements.
Yeah.
Squeezes your hand.
Where's Nada?
She was
We'll
one
wait
of the
for more
people
folk
who
to
died.
arrive, and then we shall begin.
You know, possibly turning into like magma or something.
I'd say enough for the crazy talk, but you know.
Could be magma.
George, you gotta put a little more bone in yourself.
No, if I block in the road, I'm very sorry.
The pillars are more cooler in here.
Right. Hello to one and all. At this time, normally, I would be holding church for everyone. To preach to you all about, well, the town, its people, the dreamer, our future. Right now, that is
Fuck the dreamer.
no longer the case. Today is, well, the funeral for a good friend of us all. I'm, of course, speaking of Miss Nurta. Once this organization's head, she sacrificed herself in the pursuit of a greater understanding for this town and its people. This is a debt that no single one of us can ever hope to repay to her. As such, this particular instance of church will continue for a little longer than usual, as I will be having folk approach to tell us their stories of Nyota and her guidance, what she meant to them as a leader, as a friend. As I am already before you all, I will speak of my own experiences. I arrived into this town, as some of you may know, out of a rather dire situation. I was fresh out of a war, not a combatant, particularly. My home had been invaded by an ancient enemy. As I made my escape, I wound up here, through causes and reasons that are still a mystery to me. But I've become disinclined to question. Lady Nerta was the first to approach me. Gangly and lopsided beast that I am. To offer me guidance and understanding. A place. I took it. I did. She aided me immensely. Helped me feel more welcome or at home. The day after, 'twas she who approached me for guidance. She was in charge of the town's church, you see. And while she did not know much on how to run and organize a religion, she assumed that I would. So I offered her my guidance. I took my place behind her. I let her lead. Well, I feel I did very little, in some ways. She was a much bolder, cleverer young lady. She was oft willing to give herself credit for, I feel. Over the ensuing few days, she and I gained a deeper understanding of one another. And in her temporary absence, at the her voluntary kidnapping at the hands of who was it? Orca? I took her place temporarily. I will admit, even to this day, I do not feel deserving of this stand in many ways. The Dreamer is a creature of hope, peace, kindness. It only wants to propagate joy and understanding, and I am not a particularly happy man. She, on the other hand, in spite of what she said, she knew how to hold you all. How to make you understand our faith in a way that few ever could. She was a natural. And her love for this town, well, drove her to something, alright. In spite of this, I neglect to believe that her decisions made were folly or foolhardy. A greater understanding of this place is exactly what we need. As I said, she's a clever girl than she gave herself credit for. Now, I stand here before you, 7.5 foot tall behemoth, feeling oddly as if I have some very large shoes to fill. Lady Nerta has a gap in this town that can never be filled. Not by me or by anyone. And so, I return to what I said at the beginning. Our debt to her is not one we can repay alone. It'll take every single one of us to pay back what we owe. Again, as I had said yesterday, I understand that the positions that I hold, that the things I say, that the nature of the dreamer is oft held in some debate. I do not deign to understand why some of you struggle so to believe me or to believe our guardian. But in the absence of that belief, for what is faith but belief, I would have you put your faith not in me, not in the dreamer, not in the church as an organization, but in Lady Nerta.
You can usually hear
her
from
memory,
outside anyway.
what she did for us,
I believe they're holding
why
a
she
funeral
did it,
service for Netta.
what she was trying to do for all of us. I've heard people speaking strongly about the Shadelings. And Lady Nerta's last wish was for no ire to be drawn to them. She was a teacher for all of us, every single one.
Yeah. If you get hurt, I don't know.
We
if you knew her.
must
Only around for a brief
follow her lead.
Nerda, she's not around anymore. She was the ex-head of this church.
But if we don't,
Busy.
Then
One of the
why?
few people who were actually nice to me around here. Even when I first came here.
Why?
Oh.
Good woman.
We cannot allow us, our infighting, our pushing against this place to let what she stood for, what she was lost for, go to waste. She was the best of us. We have a lot of work to do. Now, I would have folk approach and say their piece on Lady Nerta, and some of us have known her for longer than others. As such, I feel only the best way to segue into the town's feelings on our loss would be to propose the approach of someone who knew her and cared for her quite well. If you are comfortable, Sir Fizwick, approaching and speaking, your
Yes.
words would be valuable.
Thank you, Dante. I've never been good at these things. Netta arrived at the same time I did in this town. At this time I was lost, a cordially old man wandering around looking for a place. someone had put it in her ear that I was adept at magic, an alchemist at that. So she was one of the first people to approach me. I remember one of the first things she said. Hello, Mr. Fizz. I've heard you work good with magic. I would like to learn some. I'm not really very magical. Well, I mentioned she worked well with mushrooms. I led her to the location of a druid. Someone who is now long gone in town, but not long after, she had come back as a druid of the spores, as it were. I think on that conversation a lot, because to me it just seems, having gotten to know her, so...
It just has the moon missing.
so sad, almost, right? And
Yeah, we noticed that a few
when you
days
think
ago,
about her,
we had no idea.
I think she's one of the most magical people we've had in town. Not just for her ability to cast spells, of course not, but with her ability to see the best in people. Her ability to walk up to one another, to another person, as fierce and as adversarial as they may be, and be able to see the best in them. In that way, I really do think there was a true magic she had that can't be captured by anyone else. And it will be missed. She would tell me later that within her town, the goblins and the kobolds were at war. Knowing that much later, that she approached me first to ask about magic, really emphasized that even more. She was a dear friend. Much more than that, honestly. I think I speak for everyone when I say that positivity will be missed. The best we can do is try to keep that energy forward within ourselves. Do our best to try to do the same. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Are there any others who would like to come up and say their piece? Exactly who I was hoping for.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that you cared for her. And I could see that.
Of course. So, I'm going to tell y'all's little story. First day in town. I'm totally out of my mind. Some of you might remember that. So, I'm walking through town. I'm seeing all these weirdos walking around. And I'm like, holy crap, this must be one hell of a dream I'm having. So, Big John over there, he showed me around. I didn't know what the hell he was. Still not really sure what the hell Big John is. But anyway, pardon me for using the hell word. Anyway, I'm walking through town, and somebody's like, yeah, if you go through this portal, you end up on a big plateau. And I'm like, all right, I'm walking around, and suddenly, off in the distance, I see, what is this, a young Komodo dragon? I'm like, I don't see these too often. I approach, and I'm like, hey, and I start speaking Lizardon. Lizardon is my native language. I don't know if you guys know that. Anyway, so, I kneel down, and I'm like, and she kind of looks around, and she had a friend Pip there, and they both looking, they start just making random noises to me, and I'm like, oh, I guess you guys don't speak that. And then, out of the kindness of her heart, this little, what I soon to find out was a kobold, tells me the whole story of the whole town, herself, her whole past, and just, how you doing, welcome, it's good to see you, yada yada, and I'm just like, damn, I got an overactive imagination. Now, I soon came to find out that maybe this wasn't the dream I thought it was, no thanks to Wayne, and I didn't expect that, hey, you had your chance, and you blew it.
I didn't want to. It would have poisoned them.
You don't want to do something,
but
but don't say you're
to.
going to do it. Shut up, I'm talking.
I'm going to do it one day.
If you, you get up, if you, I'm walking in, I see this, little kobold. I had no idea that this kobold was going to end up being somebody that was always there for me every step of the way. Not to say that some of y'all haven't been for me, don't get me wrong, but there's just some kind of connection you get, from one lizard to another, especially, a kobold. I didn't know what a kobold was. We ain't got that where I come from, and it don't matter what it was. Every step of the way, Norda was there for me, and not just me, for everybody. But there's one thing you guys don't know. Norta did tell me her deepest, darkest secret, and I'm not going to reveal it. I'm going to let her take that to the grave. But all I'm going to say is that if you think she cared for all of you, you got no idea how much she truly cared for not just all of yous, but for everybody back where she came from. It wasn't just us. She cared for literally everybody. And unfortunately, somebody like that's no longer with us. So if I, one of the biggest assholes in town, can say this, you guys can say it too. There's no reason not to be nice to somebody else. If they give you a reason not to be nice, you tell them that. But that's what made Nurta so great, is it didn't matter who you were. She was still going to be nice to you. And I tried to tell her. I tried. If somebody's bothering you, tell them. And she's like, oh, I can't do that. She's too nice. And we're never going to have somebody like her in this town again.
I think me not
Alright.
trying to stab you makes me kind of nice.
There any others who'd like to come up and say their piece?
Shut up.
Earhart, I saw you rise.
Yes. I've always been fairly bad with words and speeches, so forgive me if I ramble. Nurta's passing made me think about back home with the Order of the Defender. We had custom there that I've always been bad with names. And the reason why is because of those customs. Our custom is that we always remember our fallen dead for the actions that they did during their life. For even through the generations, when names long pass, the actions are always remembered. I remember Nurta when I first came to this town. It's one of the first kobolds I had ever met in my life. She made quite the lasting impression. I always remembered Nurta as being someone who always pushed for the betterment of others, and for ensuring that others work together as a community, pushing for the best feelings and the best outcomes possible. A true optimist, but also a true friend to anyone in the town. I will always remember Nurta as being someone who has always pushed for unity and for ensuring other people's safety. She was unparalleled in terms of wanting to help others and to make sure that others are welcome and safe in the town. And though Nurta is no longer here, the spirit of her actions still remain here. All of us still have the ability to fulfill her wishes and to try to push for a better tomorrow for the town and for everyone here. No matter what wrongs people have committed, no matter how dire our situations may have been, Nurta was always there to help ensure that those people felt welcome and to make sure that we could continue to push for the next day and the next one. I think I will always remember to try to stay positive and to try to be more social, push for better communication, push to try to solve issues and resolve conflict in the town like she would have. I hope that everyone will continue to do the same, as I feel that, again, though she is gone, her spirit and her actions will always be remembered. Thank you.
I do believe I saw you raise your hand as well, sir.
Aye.
If I recall, you've been here for some time, longer than I at least.
I've been here since the first town, and yes, I suppose.
And you know her well. Speak well then.
She was a dreamer. She was a dreamer of hope in the middle of chaos, in the middle of sadness, but she was a blinking eye of brightness of hope, no matter where we go. All the way in the deep forests of the Feywild, all the way in the middle of town, to the tavern, all the way to our own very home sometimes. She's a beacon of hope and dreams to hope come true. And it makes me smile every time she attempts or accomplishes to make us smile. To put herself in the middle of everything to keep us smiling and to keep our hopes gleaming like the stars. She was a dreamer, a beacon of hope, a teacher. Some say she was a good mother type-wise. You always put herself for the purposes of making us happy best as her ability can. Not just for the dreamer, but also for ourselves to keep unity, that she says, alongside with the purposes of friendship and friendship and family. Even though all of us have lost family and friends from our own worlds and places, I can certainly say that she makes it feel at home, making a new family here. I can certainly say forgive me, even she puts a smile on all of us, even she's not here, every time I think. Forgive me. That is all. May her rest in peace.
Wonderfully said. there any others in the crowd who'd like to come up and speaketh?
So, I met Nerda what seems like ages ago now when I was getting a magic lesson from my dad, and she came over and said, "Hello, Mr. Julians. Could I join your magic lesson?" And he was more than willing to. He was a lovely man, but that's different time, different person. And since then, we've always known each other. We've always said hello every morning, even when she didn't. She had so much thing to do. She'd come over to my stall and she'd say, "Hi, Fee. How are you doing? You having a good morning?" And we'd just smile and laugh and just talk. And while she wasn't exactly a harpy, she was kind of like a sister to me. And I loved her like one. And then obviously we had our own things to do. She became a druid and started learning all of her spore magic, and she was always very excited. She'd come over and she'd show us the new spell she'd learned, and I'd always give her a big smile and cheer her on as I also learnt my own magic. And yeah, no, every day, always just wanted to make sure everyone was okay and happy and put everyone else before. Even the Fae, when they showed up, she would always put herself before them, always smile and talk to them politely and to resolve every problem peacefully, if at all possible. We still try to do that now, but I don't. When my dad passed, she came out to me when I just collapsed in the pathway and sat down with me and just talked. No, most of the time we just sat quietly and just having someone there to help you is amazing. And then she got a bit more secretive about her things, started running around a lot more. I can only assume that was when she started making her own plans for this to get everyone out. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do now. But I know I can't just collapse in the middle of the road again, because she wouldn't want that. So I'm just gonna keep on walking. Eventually I'll see her again.
As always, appreciated. May the next one approach.
That was nice, Fee.
Out of everyone that was originally here from day one, if I thought anyone was going to die, it was going to be me before Nerta. At least that's what I would have hoped, especially since he always called me Grandpa. I never wanted to see her pass away before me. I suppose that was selfish. She was always good, even from the very first day. Despite knowing that I was a monster in what I am, she still cared and wanted the best for me. She always had everyone's best interest in heart. I'm sure some of you remember from the original town the bigger strifes that we had with the Fae even than what we have now. Very high contentions. We were constantly struggling, and she was always the voice for peace, for coming together. She kind of brought me on the peace side of things. She was always the better side of me, and that side is now gone, and it just feels empty. She is going to be greatly missed.
Indeed. Any others would come up and speak?
Now,
First.
well, brevity isn't my strong suit, but I'll venture to make this quick. When I first started kicking around in the presence of our community, Nerta was one of the first to introduce herself to me. And, well, by which I mean she wasn't, one of the people to start shouting or screaming and running away immediately upon seeing a walking, talking skeleton, which was nice. And there was something to be learned from that. She wasn't afraid of proverbially punching above her weight, above her belt. In that she met a challenge, and she didn't shy away from it. Didn't shy away from learning something new, or experiencing something new. And I think that's admirable. Very admirable indeed. Indeed, I think one of the first things she did was offer me a meal because, as she said, I was only skin and bones. And that kind of stuck with me.
Wait.
Yes. And, well, all that's to say is, I think that there's a little bit of nerds in each of us. And there's something to be learned from her way of being and her way of life in general. Something to be learned indeed. Thank you, Nerta. It's been special.
Wonderfully phrased as always. Who comes next, then?
I joined this town not knowing much. I just was wandering around. And as you know, we all joined the town randomly, didn't know what was going on. First person that came up to me was Nirta. She taught me around everything, told me that everything was gonna be fine. She brought hope in my heart, and I loved it a lot. And as my ways, I never made very good decisions while doing things around. Nirta taught me otherwise, that I should be making better decisions, and it stuck with me. I always got in fights, got in trouble. Nirta was always there to back me up, say that things would be good, and things can go better.
I just throw things at them when they act up.
Shut up, Wayne.
I know my words don't have much weight to them, but as Nirta once told me, small things can leave a big impact, and with that, I can say Nirta left a big impact on all of us. I'd like to say thank you, Nirta.
Young Iona also is approaching, if I am correct.
Yes. I don't know how long I can stay up here, but Nurta was wonderful. Even if they didn't know you, you would always eventually know them. And I loved that. I think the whole town loved that. And even if they got your name wrong, and sometimes they couldn't say things in the most totally understandable way, you always got the message. I'll miss them for a really long time. Thank you, Ari.
Who would like to speak next?
I'll be right back to it. Okay.
Seems young Nico.
I'm not really the best at this. I don't really tend to talk in front of a lot of people like this, but I at least wanted to say some of my piece on it. As with most of you, Nerda was one of the first people who approached me in town, as she did with everybody. And she was probably one of the first people who made me feel really safe here, back when things were very uncertain and there. I was constantly feeling in danger. And that meant a lot to me. It helped me get out of my shell quite a bit. It helped me figure a lot of myself out. And she started introducing me to the church and what it was doing for people, and it gave me something back when I thought I had nothing. Even at the end of everything else, when things were getting chaotic and things were unsure, I remember being in the dreamer chamber with her. We were fearing for our lives. She kept trying to cheer me up. She kept trying to cheer everybody up. Well, things were uncertain, and of course, she's already talked about the church herself and what it actually meant, but one of the last things that she said to me was that she wanted to keep this whole church thing going because it meant a lot to her, too. This. Everyone here, everyone being here, everyone sharing stories, everybody finding some level of peace. It's what she loved. And it's what I want to continue to do as well. She had nothing but nice things to say, even to some of the scariest or worst of people. And I think that did a lot of good for the town, and I don't know if we're ever going to get that again, but the only thing I could ever ask anybody here is even if you don't believe it, remember what she said to you. Remember all the nice bits of encouragement. Remember every nice little thing she said to you. Like I said, even if you don't believe it, echo it back to somebody. It can mean the world for them. It meant the world to me, and very obviously it meant the world to all of you. She was a mentor to me, and I'll miss her. That's all.
Are there any others? If I'm wrong in what I saw? Were you attempting to stand and approach Sir Wayne, or?
I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna stand there.
Probably going to have something
I'm
like
not
this
gonna
happen
stand that
too.
long.
You don't need to if you're uncomfortable.
No, I don't feel too good. That's why, and standing up makes me tired. Actually, I'm just gonna sit down. There we go. I actually don't have a lot to say, but the last thing I remember her giving me, before she died, was a nice hug. I mean, I didn't really know she was gonna end up, eh, you know, the very next day, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get that kind of hug again. And guess that's gonna be kind of the last thing I remember from her. At least to help me keep remembering. As I don't think any of us want to forget someone like that. Okay, that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna go back over there.
Let me help you.
Or try to.
Come on.
So don't feel bad about sitting down. Netta knew what it meant to be comfy.
If there's any others who have a
Didn't
piece,
she ask for the
just say.
pillows?
Yeah, get comfy, Wayne.
Ah. See. Another who I hoped would approach. I could think of no one better.
As someone who has been here far longer than all of you combined, I want you to take Nerta's death as a lesson to you. As an example, we won't be here forever. You won't be here forever. But you can make an impact while you're still here. And more importantly, that impact can continue on after you're gone. So I want you to think about how you can help the person who comes behind you, and not just the people who are next to you now.
Eloquently said, as to be expected. Are there any others? No.
Nicely said, Lawrence.
If not, then I will give us our closing statements. As all of us could see here today, our good Lady Nerta meant much to so many of us in town, and even in our absence, will continue to mean much. For if there's one thing that we can all be certain of after today, it's that passing, loss, it does not need to be the end. We are all, as I've said, all of us are in this together. We are not each other's enemies. And as such, we can only seek friends and our neighbours. I always say this, I know I do. But it's true. Every time. Things will be difficult. They will always be difficult. And I think if we follow her guidance, we will rise above those difficulties. Every time. There isn't, nor will be there, nor will there be anyone better to exemplify the absolute best this town has to offer than Miss Nerta. So again, I implore you all, in your everyday, in every moment of the future, I want you to think about her, what she wanted, what she needed, what she see, not just from the world, not just from the dreamer, not just from the Fae, but from every single one of us. From you, all of us. She was the truest scholar, I think, out of everyone in town. Lord knows, she understood some of us better than we knew ourselves. I'm going to do my utmost to prove myself a worthy successor. To be as much of a beacon as she was, whatever meager way I can, for this is the only way that I can possibly hope to satisfy her memory. I will be out and about for a little longer than I usually am today. So if there's anything anyone would like to say to me, I will be here. That is all. Thank you for coming. It means more than you know. More than you can think.
Yeah, Tulip. We'll probably have something like this for the others.
Yeah. I actually want more because I didn't throw it up.
How you doing, Fee?
Like everything else I have been.
Surviving.
That's a good answer.
Okay, all right, Tulip.
Both of you, thank you for your lovely words.
I'm sorry I couldn't say more.
No. Don't worry, you both.
That's more than what I said.
It starts shrinking a little bit.
It's cooler out here than it is in there.
Tulip?
George, I just wanted to say thank you for your lovely words. Same to you, Ted. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I was
John, you as well.
Yeah.
Having
Fee, you as well.
The rock is more cooler.
Thank you. Tulip? Wait. How'd you get that size?
I think.
Tulip?
Sure how to use
They're back to when they were.
supplies us to make the resource
What?
gather. think he requires us to make the resource trip. Oh, fair enough.
There?
Dante, have you seen where Tulip
I
went?
don't know.
She shrunk.
Tulip? Yes, Tulip has gone into the inn.
That is actually very in character for you with that.
Never mind. I didn't even see Dante leave the church.
Why can't you glow different colors then?
We may need to go somewhere else with.
You have no control over.
Hi, John.
Hi.
How? How you got? This is
The
What do you
explanation.
mean? I don't understand you.
Oh my goodness. How would I be able to explain it to you in a way that you would understand?
Goodness. All right. I need to focus on work. So, John, did Fee get to you? There was something I wanted to ask of you.
About the bags, yes.
Because I don't.
Correct.
I don't really know what
I didn't
was made
mention.
out of.
I failed to mention, but specifically, there's something that I guess you're involved as well, Sir Gold.
I suppose so.
The idea that Ted wants to make seems pretty ambitious. He wants to make some sort of crossbow that would be able to still hold on to, let's say, bolts, but attached to them would be small sacks of the sun emulating liquid. That way you might make like a he calls it a flare gun, but I imagine it'd be like a bright explosion as you launch it, more blinding somebody as they take the arrow, or in the location you place it in.
Sounds like something like
surprising
flash powder of some sort.
I have no.
Yes. Now, in the old town, we used to have flash pods, which we could use for that sort of thing. But I'm retrofitting. If you head down to the summer court, which I already have juice, then several things set aside. In fact, I actually have like a crude prototype that I've sort of made. He will produce like a small, like rudimentary pouch. He didn't like work on it very well, but you can just kind of see there's a little bit of juice spilling out. more or less, it needs to be about yay size. Something that could attach to a bolt, and then something that could.
It doesn't make me throw up.
Obviously, you would have to work on counterbalance and things like that.
Question for you. I don't know if he mentioned it.
Do you think that's something you could manage? Just to gain some materials and maybe make some things a little better than I could?
I didn't know this, but apparently you're a carpenter.
I can make the bags. I'm assuming that you want the leather for the drawstring or the butt plate for the crossbow, or
was the Fae given us?
Oh no, for the bags, for the sacks. Doesn't need to be too much. They don't need to be. That's why I knew you'd be perfect for the job, and I imagine you'd have leftover scraps. But
I just don't know where it is.
Something that would be able to hold the liquid effectively until the time of
I mean, I can make the
launching, so to
hull
speak.
of it, unless you know anyone that is a Fletcher.
That would not work very well. The problem that you would run into is that a leather bag is not a good delivery mechanism. It's unreliable as far as when it would explode. Unless you have some sort of magnetism for... is there something that you're going to put in it so if... Like, does it react to impact, for example?
Impact.
Good, you could.
Yes.
Because otherwise, it's not going... And even then, the leather...
I wouldn't exactly say I learned it before.
Leather is a very sturdy material. How explosive is this? It would have to be something strong enough.
Be adding...
If you
So I do have some of the spores from the old explosive mushrooms from the town. I've been keeping them under lock and key, but I would add a few spores to this. That way, upon the shaking, it would the impact of the arrow. It would be enough to make the thing kind of pop just a bit. Not as much to do damage, but enough to sort of make the leather pop. It would need to be thin, but also kind of hold. Is that something you could manage, you think?
As payment, he asked for a hat.
Well, that's one option, or you can go with a slightly simpler option. He's going to pull out
There's not enough payment.
what looks like an egg.
I figure, let me see if I can...
Just what looks like an egg.
It's going to be a nice
And
hat.
you'll see that there seems to be some paper that seems to be covering the top of it.
Flare guns here. You guys don't even know what flare guns are.
And he's going to hand it to you, and on a closer inspection, you can feel, you can see, and also feel that there's like the paper is basically covering the hole.
They tend to look like, my tool. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Go ahead and crush it.
Paper would.
Just don't throw it.
So.
I haven't seen flares, but instead of
As you crush it, you'll see that there's some powder inside of the egg.
all the components is one thing, and then you just pull a
Typically,
string
what
and-
he uses for the spices that he uses for blinding powder.
Old. But hey, as long as it works. But
Oh, I see.
his plan works.
Listen, genius. If you could make more of these, this would probably work out even better.
That's why I use it. Basically, you just need to get a lot of eggshells. You would then just carefully make a hole in the top and empty out the yolk and everything. Usually rinse out the shell. An egg is fairly easily doesn't break too hard as long as you store it reasonably well, which if you're using the leather bags and going to put explosives in it, you would be doing that anyway. Makes it a little bit simpler. If the egg cracks, worst case scenario, the liquid seeps out. Whereas if you have an accident with these explosive arrows, probably not a good idea, especially if you have them in a stack like you're talking about.
Right.
You make one of them goes off, all the other explosives go off, even if they're not strong. All of them going off together is not a great idea.
About a flare gun is it don't have to be accurate.
Okay. In that case, I'll let Gold know. Let Gold know about gathering some eggshells, or Gold or Ted, I suppose. I don't know who. Or if you have some spare. And then if you can bring those to me, I can go ahead and try and replicate this.
That's one of 3. So I have 2 now.
Okay.
I don't have any more eggshells. The problem is do we even have chickens here?
Right, the material he's using says it emulates sunlight.
Question for Pomato. Have you seen Pomato? I haven't seen Pomato.
I have not seen Pomato.
I haven't seen him in bed.
Or if he falls in the forest, we'll just
I have not seen Jojo either, which would also maybe know.
I will look around for a Fletcher. If not, I will come back to
yes, I remember you had the green. Yes.
Hey, I'm checking in with you need it.
I mean, you got wood.
We're doing the hunt or the
I got plenty of wood, yes.
Until there's sign of sunrise, I don't want to go ahead and do the hunt. I want to start setting bait.
And build up that
That would be more efficient.
All right. Well, just as long as you got good hard wood,
magic
then
circle.
you know.
Have her talking to Iona right
No
now.
worries, no worries. I got plenty of hard wood.
Oh, he's gonna be coming with us.
Magic room. That wasn't
I need to see it. I believe you.
I think we have. It was a while ago. I kind of got sick for a bit, so I haven't been around much.
Okay, understood. So Miss Port, is it? Miss.
Sometimes they're bendy one side, sometimes bendy the other side.
No, we don't want.
Okay, Cullius and.
We don't want the ones that go like
forgive me, I am an
in the
old
middle.
man. I may have.
Oh, those are hard to maintain and manage sometimes. Sometimes you have to smooth out.
Lexa. Okay, Cullius and Lexa. All right, well, pleasure to meet you. Visit Alpus by trade. I know we've met, but I'd just like to reintroduce.
Yeah, sometimes they get
well, I'll tell you what. If you could find me some eggshells,
when you get
that would be great.
Well,
actually, if you could find me some eggs,
then you will get it all.
that would be great.
Yes, because you want them intact.
Something that doesn't wear out too easy.
Correct.
You know?
I mean, as long as they're relatively small.
When she works on it, we don't want it to go.
Typical chicken-sized eggs.
Are you okay?
Yes, we'll do best. Other than that,
are we making lumber?
No, we're making a bomblet.
Although there are 3 different types of
Well,
crossbows.
okay, we're going to be adding some of the.
Either a light crossbow, which is
making some of the.
adding some of the
Lord's not here.
To some of the other pillars of the community, such as Fizwat, might be worthwhile.
So, did you tell that group over
light,
there
right?
that there might be an expedition?
Or a location, or if you should do a
location.
And a regular light
could also be in the air
crossbow
as well.
for
Yes.
like
Because if you're in the air, there's
90
something
to
to be hit with,
120
so maybe a
yards.
fuse would work better, because to make it so it lasts long enough for you to get in the air, and then it bursts after the fuse gets used.
Right, but then they would come to the issue of
Anyways,
holding
you
on
wanna
to
talk
this
about
liquid
wood now?
without, you know, because it's a liquid and
No,
bursts
I
in.
think
This is so much easier when we had the flash
Are you
pads,
able
to
to
be honest
handle
with
it?
you.
Yeah,
The flash pads are easy. You just crush them, and then they.
You have a bit of experience.
Don't
answer that question.
I mean, it sounds like she had a bit of trouble last time she handled some wood, so that's why she needs to, get some education about it.
Iona over there would like to join.
Sure.
I appreciate it, but
I can always handle my wood.
I'm a bit of an old man.
I bet you can.
John, we don't need your old ass wood.
Hey, no worries, no worries. I try not to go up there unless I really have to.
Look, I may be old. Yes, I have a lot of experience. I have 2,000 years of experience with wood.
They're heading out on a expedition, I suppose. If you'd like to gather some materials, I'd appreciate it.
I mean, this guy's got kids.
And sniff some out.
You can't be as old as I am and not know at least a little bit about wood and handling the wood.
Listen, when it comes to wrinkly old leather, I'll come to you. But we're talking about, good hardwood right now.
Very good at sniffing out danger and also kind of like...
I know a thing or two about hardwood, okay? I know about hardwood, I know about softwood. I am able to handle any kind of wood.
Partially because it's so dark, we have to bring a lantern. So
Oh,
it's
I
kinda
believe
hard
it.
to,
100%. No doubt.
Basically old leather.
Don't you have a really strong sense of smell too?
Are you a Fleischer? Fleischer?
Last time I worked with hardwood, the girl who was helping me out, she kind of like passed out for a few hours. So.
Damn. It's kind of impressive.
No, I don't know what he was gonna say.
I guess.
But yeah, like, the story of Flair reminds me. I've heard of stories.
I'm gonna not say the first thing in my mind with that one.
Like someone got a stick, they would light up with fire, and they would shoot
are
it
you
in
a?
the air and
What was that term?
like
Fletcher?
all colors and
Fleischer?
lights.
Wow.
I'm for a little bit and then
I'm not a Fleischer, but I can probably learn the basics at least.
Can I speak with you just very shortly? It wouldn't take long.
Yeah,
Indeed.
If you could
Come along.
help out, that'd be great because you know I've already got the thing from Nikolai, and I feel bad that I haven't repaid him yet. And truth be told, as far as the hat goes, Nurta was gonna make it for me, and yeah.
I don't know how much Nurta included you into things. She was very secretive about some of the stuff that she was working on.
I've had the impression, indeed.
I don't know if you're going to continue her work or anything, but I was one of her pieces, so if you... I want to continue working for the town and helping it in any way I can. If there's anything that you need help with, just let me know.
I will. Trust me when I say that I will. There's always something needs doing, I feel.
Thank you. And also thank you for the service. It's
Yes. I'll tell you here and now. In her absence, I fear the town will fall into a tumultuous and uneasy future.
I am realizing now, in retrospect,
And the people here, oh, well, their views are aligned by their circles. Nurta, well, she was the center of a great many circles. Her absence. This town has already had a wee bit of an issue with factionalism sometimes. I can only foresee it getting worse.
It's always been like that, even from day one when we all showed up here. She was the only one. I don't believe you were in the first town, correct?
No, I'm a very recent addition.
Back then we only had to deal with the Fae, and it was, the Fae were way greater threat at the time. There were several factions of the Fae courts that wanted to see us dead, particularly the Winter Court. Nurto was the only one that was keeping the Fae and us, either the Fae that lived in town, us, or the external Fae. They had a very good... They just had an ability to bring sides together, even if they still hated us and wanted us dead. She had a way of kind of delaying things and kind of keeping things peaceful for the most part, other than, you know, the threats. At least preventing things from actually escalating. And same with the second town, and when the dragons showed up, same thing. So I fear the same things. That's why I'm offering my assistance. It's going to be much harder without her here, so anything I can do to try to help keep this place together, I want to help.
As far as I'm concerned, the continued maintenance of the peace and guidance of the town will remain one of the church's key prerogatives. I know that there are many in town who struggle with the idea of either faith in general or faith in the dreamer, but in my view, faith, all it is a matter of believing something to be true. And in the good fortune of our little establishment, a lot of the dreamer's feats are self-evidently true. They have protected us, guarded us from harm, keep us alive, fed and happy. I simply need to find a way to connect the hearts and minds of the people here, to make them understand. Until then, we need to make sure that they're safe. That we stick together as a big family.
I will be honest. My faith was always more with Nerta. I don't have a large amount of faith in the Dreamer. I more had faith in Nerta that had faith in the Dreamer, if that made sense. And that's still kind of the case, is kind of trying to have faith. Because I know that's what she would want, basically.
In times of darkness, faith is all we have. What of you? Do you need something, sire?
I am just here to go down below.
I see. Well, I shall take you. Allow me to...
Also, I will have double guard shift down tonight in honor of Nerta. Nerta's request to protect it under the god's protection wise. I'm just going down there for my own personal, but also checking for the purpose as well.
Allow me to get dressed and I will accompany you.
Of course.
If I get the opportunity, I'll say something, try and keep it short and sweet. But,
Also, if you're going on the expedition today, you have fun.
Expedition?
Here we are. To the winter court then. Thankfully, it is a short trip. I wanna be with you, honestly. I'm tired of sleeping alone.
You're not alone when you're out there.
I'm not with you.
I suppose.
We're gonna investigate the rune in the winter court.
I would like to come with.
Wonderful. I hope you brought
Sage and I are joining in as well.
And Wayne's holding the lamp, so we follow Wayne. You know the way to the winter court, right?
Did I grab the
Might
right
as well.
Yes,
hammer
it's
then?
cool there, so we need to go there quickly.
How are you doing, Nicola?
Suppose you're
I'm
about to
assuming I got the right
feel
hammer.
a lot better.
Yeah, I got the right hammer, I think. I can probably open some ore with this.
Right.
Maybe.
As well as any of us can.
Maybe crush some rocks, bring some
While we're
rocks
heading
back.
out, I was told
I
about
think there's
a
already someone in
project
the cave.
that Ted wanted worked on for you. If you could find
I
any
might need a
eggs
second
for
lamp,
out
though.
there, that would help expedite things.
drawn. I told them we should wait for you, but they kind of just started going without you.
Easier when we had the flash.
You all should bring another lamp with you.
Is there another one?
Right in my hand.
I know, that's why I said we should probably bring a second lamp. But we should go.
Light up the inside of your mouth, though, like a flashlight.
Yeah, that's why I like them.
You all should have a second lamp just in case.
Thank you, John.
They do. I'll go back and get a lamp.
We have 2 lamps.
Do I want to know what's going on?
I guess we're gonna get a third one.
Okay.
But it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the third lamp.
Oh yeah, probably not.
Somebody can fucking grab it. Alright. Come on. Come on, it's fucking stairs. Fucking. Rah, 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 rah. Yeah, basically. Just going out with one lantern, meaning that, you know, if one person messes up and actually leaves the lantern behind or gets injured or what have you, it's good to have also, you know, more light good. So everyone that's going out should have the fucking lanterns with them. But anyway. Wish you could actually shoot that. That would be cool. But not necessarily winning, because just had Nurta's funeral, unfortunately. And you know, hits hard, man. Like, Nerda was a character that's been in Waypoint since day one. John knew her since day one. And there are so many people that were from here from day one that is not around anymore. What the fuck? Oh. I'm glad I was muted. I will stop running around up there since they are up there having a character moment. But there's not a lot of people that were here from day one that's not here anymore. Adagio, not here anymore. Like, almost the entire first generation of Waypoint. I think at this point it's Fizwick, Wayne, John, and Lawrence, but he was technically here. Like, he's Gen 0. He was here before everyone else was. I think that's pretty much it. No, she was in the first town. I am almost... If she wasn't there day one, she was at the very bare minimum there in the first town. I distinctly remember that. Because I remember her going around and hugging and everything. She was someone that was good for Waypoint. And I'm going to be completely honest. I am kind of worried about how the town's going to do without her. Because she was the voice of reason. She was the voice of compassion. She was the glue, the foundation, the pillar. She was the thing that kept this town together, and she's gone. Yes, thank you for reminding me. JoJo has been here. I don't think JoJo was day one, but she's been here since first town as well. I pretty much consider anyone that, even if it wasn't day one, anyone that was here from, that was here as part of the first town, like the first generation. John Longnose is gone. Like, almost all the Johns are gone. The only Big John Waypoint is the only John left, so...
And I was like, you know, what's going on? And Tobias like, I ain't know. And he made a good point. He was like, well, I mean, we got Fizzy out here, so it couldn't be that dangerous, so I kind of let him be.
Yeah.
John running
No, I
around with his
don't know.
mask on is a little bit more concerning, though.
I mean, you can ask him, he's right there.
John, what are you running around with your mask for?
Do you see my mask on?
I mean, not
you
now.
said you had your mask on.
I mean, did you?
When you were up there. Yes. A good number of times you ran up to the top of the wall.
I'm still tiny.
You
That's
were
not right.
running around.
I need to be bigger.
Basically, I was debating if I should run out with everybody, and I decided against it, so...
Okay, there we go. Right.
Okay.
People outside?
People are outside.
Yeah.
I think they went to the caves because they were talking about using the hammer to mine resources.
Alright, good to know, good to know, good to know. I want to hit things. I want to hit things so bad.
Have fun with that.
I'm looking for that angry woman in the white shirt.
It's a lot of people.
That's a good point. Well, I'll tell you, I gotta go talk to Nico real quick, and yeah, you two can have a good conversation. You're two wall-hearted folks.
What?
I don't know what he said. Either he said well hunted or wall hugger, and I don't think it was the second one.
I'm not sure what he means by either one of those, but Ted is also a weird man, so...
I mean, we both do hunt to a degree, but yours is more so for no, it's both a living, really. You sell the pelts, we just eat them.
Yes, basically, I'm too old to go hunting anymore, so I just basically take the hides and turn them into leathers, and from the leathers into whatever the town needs, so...
If we didn't completely destroy the hide from hunting, we'd sometimes sell it off. Not really leather, but just the hide by itself. Our talons are surprisingly sharp and dexterous.
Yeah, harpies can be very dangerous in that way. Also, do you
people going out?
Do you know what they kept saying that they're going to do an expedition, but they were talking about mining. Do you know what they're doing out there?
My best guess is that they're going to the winter mines.
The thieves were also talking about how there's some magical circle that wasn't out there before, so they might be checking that out as well.
Possibly.
That does concern me a little bit, especially since we're just coming off of a death.
That might be why they took Fizwick out there.
I would figure Iona would know more about the magic circles, but Fizwick is a good alchemist, but...
I mean, if she went with them, she'd probably know. Or at least try to figure it out. She's smart.
If you have a lantern somewhere, I'd be going outside the walls because other people went outside the walls, and I just need to make sure they're okay.
I know the group that went out took 2 lanterns with them. I don't know where the third is.
There's one over there. I don't know, but I don't know if that one you can...
I'm slightly blind, so forgive me. I'm gonna look around in this direction.
It's on by the logs on the box.
I see. I think that's I think that one's nailed to the box.
Oh, that's
Yes.
Creasy lantern. Okay. I don't know what happened to the other one then.
It's possible that the other group has all the lanterns.
Ah, understandable. So what you're saying here is I should go take care of them and take all the lanterns back without them coming with alive, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying. And you know it.
Okay then. I probably try to follow the light then.
I got a scalpel and a meat cleaver and a harpoon. None of those are shanks.
They're probably in the direction of the caves, based on what they've talked about mining, so...
Oh, the more dangerous place. Oh, God.
Yeah, come on, mate. We're in this funny fantasy land. We might as well do something with ourselves instead of just walking in circles around town all day.
I don't know what the fuck else to do, man. What do you do?
Enemy Ghost, the player, has been around since the first town. The Valkyrie, I don't think that character was around for the first town. I think one of our other characters was, but I can't fucking remember which character that is right now.
Fucking lighter.
I'm not too sure how much a lighter would really affect all this.
No, but like light, a torch, flashlight,
I'm going nothing like that, mate. We all...
I ain't got fucking shit around here.
Just follow the ember of his cigarette, you'll be fine.
Anyway, I'm going to be working on drawing a map.
Said just follow the ember of his cigarette, it's fine. You won't get lost as long as you look at the bright red cigarette.
Okay. So what about you, buddy? How you doing? You acclimating?
What?
I think... Oh, come on, hand. I'm hoping new things are gonna work better. Yeah, there's 30 people here, and I'm almost certain that almost every single person is out in the forest right now, except for maybe me. I'm gonna take a look around town and see who's around. I would have thought more people would have showed up for the funeral, but things happen, life gets in the way, fuck life and its RP ruining ways, piece of shit. How dare it?
Yeah, the good times and all that.
If there's one thing that I wish Waypoint was a little bit better at is, like in a situation like this, everyone leaves and then the town's completely empty.
Doing a caravan at the caves. They already have protection by some of the defenders and guard.
Yes, they brought a lot of people with them, so...
I hope for the best for them. They should be alright. For now. Unless they need it.
Well... We'll see. It depends on if they run into anything scary in the caves or outside of it.
True. Very
Ted would be in town. Because I'm pretty sure that's who I was hearing in the church. Goltus came back. Oh, yeah. I fucking hate how it says, like, it's unstable because you're running over 5,000 bits per second, and then it's like, sometimes it won't say it and says it's stable, and then sometimes it doesn't. I don't fucking understand this shit anymore. Just going to sit here until everyone comes back.
Well, someone needs to watch the gate. Without being at the gate in the cold air.
Is watching the gates actually going to be any helpful? I mean, it didn't keep the shadlings out to keep Nerta safe, so...
Well, we did what we can, John.
What I'm just saying is that, maybe there's something that we need to do besides the gate. Maybe some sort of way to keep anything that flies over.
John. Right now, and it is a day of mourning. Not in the day of work. Some people may go out and do whatever they'd like to choose, but right now, I don't think at the time we need to solve all the answers right now.
Fair enough. I apologize.
You're fine. Today is a confusing and sad day. You're fine, John.
It is confusing.
Indeed.
I'm too old to continue seeing so many people die, especially still young.
Life is life, but we cannot predict life these times and tragic times or any time. I just wish we have a chance of doing something instead of, well, waiting. And again, that's life. We can't predict it. Only follow it.
I mean, you're true, but... out of everyone that originally came here, everyone of the first town, and yet I'm still this one around. It just doesn't seem fair, to be honest. Got RP, go. Card RP, go. So gonna show me. Yeah, I fucking don't understand streaming anymore. Like, the stream seems fine. I don't see any fucking problems, but it's like, oh, it's unstable. I'm gonna switch to my... so I can check my Twitch thingy. Nope, that's not what I wanted to pull up. Yeah, why won't you let me log in and check my shit? Yeah, like, it keeps saying it's unstable, and it's like, oh, you're running too high. But, like, I never have any fucking problems. Yeah, and the funny thing is that the last stream too. But the entire time it was stable. It's better than it ever was. So fucking, I don't know. Yeah, I was muted. Okay, good. Dupe. There we go. Oh. Do. Where's my bunny? I think I'm going to be a bunny for a short time. Let's see. I mean, there's my fire. Can't use that. That might be a fun thing to do, but I don't want to do that because it's hard. It's very poor quality. God damn it, where's my fucking bunny? My cute bunny. Here we go. Alright, there we go. Whee. Yeah, also, did I change it back? Yes, I did. Okay. I need to get like more wildlife. Avatars. Just so I can be like wildlife and shit.
Rabbit? It's a rabbit.
Rabbit.
Rabbit?
It's a rabbit. Wayne would be happy.
Oh, very nice. Good to meet you.
I think Wayne would be happy to see a rabbit.
Mm.
I'm certain.
No?
Ah.
Hmm?
It's a rabbit indeed. Hello, rabbit.
Just as
Yes.
is.
Just hanging out, I guess. Oh. It's the others up in the ice cave.
Yeah, they're all up in the ice cave. You want to go talk to him? Oh, there he goes. That's not there.
Let's see. I think I should have that, should have that deer somewhere. Where do I have it? No. Where do I have that deer? I'm gonna be wildlife for a bit. I mean, I could be that, but, you know, I don't want to steal Gunther's bit. Oh, where do I fucking have that? No. I know I have it in here somewhere. Where the fuck do I have it? I have a raccoon here.
yeah. What is he doing here?
So it's like a light rock.
How did the light would come through that way? It
There
doesn't
are
seem to be
spots
coming
of
from a natural
separate
point.
sources of light.
I mean, remember, this is a
That-
fairy forest, so there's
Creature?
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I fucking know I have that fucking somewhere. Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's fucking right in front of my fucking eyes.
Interesting. Like that, but yeah. Looks very faint. I mean,
Hello.
you are surrounded by safe forest, so. Very pretty looking.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's actually kind of funny, but yeah. I think I will go ahead and switch to E.
We were like, oh, you know what? He gave them a whole year, but he's like, oh, and then immediately after he goes.
That's the reason he told. It's complicated. That's the reason he told everybody else
say that.
who was on board.
No, he didn't say that to anyone else. He was literally in a room by himself, and he's like grumbling, and he's like, "It's gonna take me 1 year to summon enough demons from hell to."
Okay. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I thought I saw everyone come back.
I don't think she would be a giant monster, even if she bulked out. But
Okay, so there's some people in the church.
I think she's going.
They're doing archery. I'm gonna have to ask them where they got the bow, because I constantly need to know that shit. Just trying to find a bow.
Too much spread.
Like trying to make a bow work in VRchat and it be good enough for a medium avatar is a pain in the ass. Hi.
There were some creatures in the cave earlier.
You don't say.
People were investigating the Sundial. And it's different this time. Not a worm, some kind of spindly creature that got attached to the ceiling and crawl around.
That sounds very lovely. Can't wait to run into that thing.
And I'm thinking of posting on the board a warning of any creatures that we might come across. Someone was attacked in the forest just earlier.
Well, yes.
Well, not today, but days ago.
Yeah, I was the one that told you about that and suggested that you talk to them.
They might be intelligent from the way they sound, and if that's the case, there's something more than trolls out there that might be causing issues. Enfei.
What isn't causing problems for us most of the time?
I'm not sure, but I think I'll leave on the town board a list of places that should be wary of dangers associated, like the choir.
I mean, I would consider almost the entire outside dangerous, considering without the sun, there's most likely going to be a lot of other things that are around, hunting and such like that. Speaking of which, did you do any hunting while you were out?
No, I know someone got a rabbit. I saw a deer out there earlier. It looked fey, so I didn't bother with it.
Probably for the best.
But we gathered iron for the gate as well. We stockpiled up on iron.
I remember where in the first town the Fae threw a big fit about us having iron gates, but I don't think that's going to be a major problem considering the Fae hasn't bothered us since we've moved to this town.
True. I'm also not really caring for the Fae, or unliking of it. We know that they're one of the main dangers in the world, so if any Fae wants to come into town, they need to request permission.
I wouldn't say that
They'll
they're the
probably find
main.
ways to get in.
First of the dragon, foxes, dragons, and then dragons and foxes are probably tied at the top right now, and then it's the Fae. I'm not necessarily worried about the Fae. And then there's the fourth threat, which is the town itself, so.
Well, there's still a lot of work to do. We're low on members again. Not sure where everyone is today, but hopefully more will come back. I'm going to be heading to the bathhouse. I need to clear my head.
Have a good night.
You as well.
He said he's forever 21. I'm wondering how he does it.
They have the ability to stay young because they're not living anymore.
Right.
Oh.
Some would say I'm not living anymore.
I did not know. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, you're dead?
Wait, did people not know that?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Wayne's a little. He tends to lag behind.
On the cold.
He lags behind everyone else.
I'm just dead inside sometimes.
I know that feeling. I can relate.
Emotional.
My emotional things are broken mostly. Now where did she go? Oh, hi.
I'm right here. I moved approximately 5 feet in the direction.
I'm sorry. I've seen people disappear in thin air right in front of me, and they are all of a sudden across the
just waving to the shadeling.
I mean, I would greatly appreciate credit card details. Yes.
He doesn't aware that you're there. See? He didn't. Now I'm here. Now I'm not here. Ooh. Now I'm here. See? Oh. See?
Spellcasters in line of sight is very fun.
Well, look at him, then I look at you. Then I look at him, then I look at you. Then I look at him.
Stop LOLing him.
I'm staying next to you. You're nice to me.
There are very funny things. Like I like to start dancing when a person is not looking at me, and then I start.
As much as an old man can be.
That's a good bit. I like that.
I cannot tell since you only dance when I'm not looking.
Yeah.
I would have never known.
Wait, who's dancing?
Whoever you're not looking at.
What the?
By the way, Fizwick, did you get any leathers while you were out for the crossbow that you're working on?
No, but we found eggs. Also, Nikolai apparently doesn't want that thing made, so don't worry about it.
All right, fair enough.
What?
We're gonna have to break it to Ted together, I think.
Oh.
I was only requesting it because I thought I could procure a proper one from the borough folk. I am an artificer. I will find a way. I can still use the eggs, though. I'm curious how you were going to make the.
Is this talking about the crossbow?
Right. Yeah, apparently Nikolai doesn't want it made. That was some confusion on Ted's part.
I say, do you want a hat
I
instead?
cannot procure it, and that I was requesting a hat. I have a picture of the hat that I want.
Nah. Okay, then there you go. If we have a tailor,
It looks like this kind of hat. It looks like that kind of hat.
Oh, a shieldling.
that kind of
Wait, you know how big is it?
Hope you and your lot are doing well.
Yeah, we don't have a someone that works with cloth, do we?
Which shading?
Remember the request.
Okay, we see you now.
Guppy.
Okay, Guppy. Hello.
You're not as big as the other ones. The other ones seem bigger since it was been night for a while.
That would work better if my eyes weren't on the sides of my head.
There,
are you okay?
Are you getting sick? Do you need the rock to keep you from overheating?
Keep that rock away from me. That's all I care for. Yeah.
Wayne, are you making other people sick?
No.
Would you be willing to check on little?
Yes, you are.
Do we need to cleanse him?
You need to let go of the rock, and you need to go for a run. You need to do 10 laps around the sun.
No.
That I'm asking. Just because.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
Obviously, you know how things went a few days ago.
Cleansing you.
Nicole, I'm staring right
What
at
do you
you.
mean cleansing me? You're just gonna drop me in
Do
the
you
water?
want the rock? Do you want the rock wet or not?
Yeah. Thank you. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, it's mine now.
I should
I think
probably.
I'm just a little too tired.
I was not able to properly attend.
You're tired?
Yes. I'm going to take a moment to pay respect.
You know what would make you feel better after being wet? Walking it off. 10 laps around town.
No, it's just gonna make me more sick.
20 laps around town.
Water is cold.
Express grievance.
Here, I'll do even one better. 30 laps around town.
Find Ted and let him know about the well, obviously you're not going to want that made.
Only if you promise to do 40 laps around town.
The flare gun is not happening. Apparently.
I'm not doing that, John. I can't even.
Fine, I know how much you want to do it. 50 laps around town.
You can just kind of. She's there.
Oh, I'm dying. Actually, no.
Well, if that's serious, you need to do 100 laps around town.
Okay, that
I'm not doing laps, John.
Look, you're too young to be sick. You just need to walk it off. See? You're already feeling better because you climbed yourself out. You pulled yourself by the sandal straps.
That took all the actual energy.
You
pulled all the energy out of me, actually.
You grabbed your sandal strings and pulled yourself up. You know.
Done.
Yes.
How does that work? Putting yourself up by yourself.
I just wanna be alone with the rock, okay?
I'm gonna go to the library.
I am never going to touch that rock after you're done sleeping with it.
Yeah?
Huh? What does that mean?
Huh?
That was a bit out of
Oh,
the
the
field.
look. He gave you the look.
What to look?
I'm gonna go to the library now. I'll be back later.
The look.
I wanna go tell Nico I didn't die horribly.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Don't worry, I'm not going to give you the look either.
What is
He'll
the
do
look?
it normally to everybody.
You know. What's my look? I just flip up my eye patch and I just stare at you.
Fuck. I don't want to look away from you, but I do want to look away from you. But I don't. Be careful with the look.
I'm giving you the look.
Not that look.
I'm giving you the look.
That's the wrong look.
Oh, and they're gone. Okay. I've been stuck in that construction area for too long.
Yeah, you should take a rest. You're probably too stressed out.
You have no idea.
Hmm.
Not interrupt anything else. So, like what you say, sticking the copper into ground.
Do you think that's possible
makes
to
sense.
get both? Maybe see what works better for her.
There was a
They have a surgeon there.
something like it
looking over
on my
her.
family
Doing
home.
something
We
rash?
called it the
You're the one that's
lightning
freaking
rod.
out.
I better put.
No.
I better
I'm
put
just
this outside.
letting everyone know in general, because
Yeah.
there are some people who
Follow the line directly
may.
into the ground instead of letting
I don't know.
Yeah, you might
I
find
don't
this
know anymore.
surprising, but I'm probably one of the more level-headed folks when it comes to the shadlings these days, apparently.
I know. I wasn't talking about you. I know. It was in general.
You're toast. Found any good rocks lately?
Something like that.
But I don't think.
This
I
is
don't
saying rock outside outside the gate.
At least not now.
Look for any.
Is there
Not meaning
anything
harm. Have you got your bearings a bit better?
on here that might make me throw it up?
I just put bread on the grill.
Okay.
It's quite small,
Would
isn't
you
it?
like me to share with you if I
So
do
will it
find
tell you your
out?
name or no?
Roll bread.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind then.
Very well. Well, I'm an alchemist, so if you need anything magical looked at, yes, actually, that's correct. Right by the rocks over there, there's a little portal leads towards the Mage Dome. So if
Do
you
you
have
need to
anything
go to bed,
magical looked
or-
at, or let's say something, God forbid,
Should we go?
magically inclined happens to you, like, I don't know, you grow an extra arm, or,
Interested in hors
I don't
d'oeuvres?
know, your feet fall off in a magical way,
No thanks, I'm good.
then come see me.
There's a new person to the town, and you're already trying to freak him out?
If we're in a battle situation.
Not trying to freak them out.
I'm just staying in your spot.
I'm not trying to freak them out. I'm just
statement,
pointing
please
out
come
my
back for
Interested in hors d'oeuvres?
these are magical hypotheticals. I've had extra limbs grow. They fell off, but I've had it happen.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Interested in hors d'oeuvres?
I knew.
Are you kind of sleepy?
You're good? Okay.
I'm thirsty or got something.
Alright.
I did
All
want
right,
to talk to
anyway,
you.
we're-
You're the one that threw the sport Simon.
See you tomorrow, Fizzwick.
Oh yeah.
Heck,
Oh.
That was a good throw.
Is it happening on it?
Thanks.
No, thank you, Coleus, and I'm terrible with names. I really apologize.
Throwing people.
Alex.
The drunk
Okay.
ones? Yeah.
Alexa, Kelly. I'll try to really remember that. I'll go hammer that in.
No,
Green
but
Alexa.
I
Green
don't
Alexa.
know.
Green Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if it's yeah, no.
Yeah,
I see you
yeah.
got
When the sun
genes of
comes up,
Pearson.
we'll
You must be
figure
of a
that out.
relatively modern era.
It's making me
I know
tired.
This
the
is in
internet.
front of your book.
That's right, guys.
Oh yeah.
In front of your book now. I'll go on the side.
Sorry.
A lot
I'll get out
of
of your
people
way.
doesn't know what the fuck the internet is.
Oh, Fizzwick. Would you be interested in hors
The
d'oeuvres?
internet.
Shut up.
I would love some, actually. Thank
It's
you.
bread brushed with oil, topped with cheese, and some dried mayo and baked.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. Let me come sit up here.
I mean, I paid myself. I ran my own, dealership.
Man.
It wasn't a good one.
No one's around, so I thought I could experiment in the kitchen.
Well, I'm in my funeral.
As long as you clean up after yourself, I guess you don't win mine.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyone with magic?
Observed block cooking.
Yes.
Yes, magically inclined. Why?
There's
Yes.
somebody overcharging outside.
Oh gosh. All right. Hang on, let me get the mana crystal.
My problem. Who in this town can overcharge?
I think he's gone to collect.
Lawrence, by chance, are you hungry?
If they're a construct that like
That is my
uses
expertise.
electricity when
Too much of it.
Yeah.
Isn't fractal what you guys keep calling a construct? See, I see a fractal, I think like robot.
Takes orders, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
fine, the
construct.
robot is
I'll
just
get
a
right in the book.
future
I know
version
everyone
of
that's touched
construct.
orders so far. I'll start writing.
What did you call? Did you call them a robot?
Neglecting to take stock when you've done it before.
Apparently that's
Another
what they're
boat?
called in the
Collecting
future.
stock?
I neglected
The
to take
construct,
stock when you've done it before.
Well, yeah, no, from what I've
I
heard
usually
from
bring
you
my
and
own stuff.
JoJo,
This is
well,
the first time
robot
I've
is
used
just
stuff
a
from the kitchen
construct, but in
itself.
the future.
Well, no, not exactly, because these constructs
Okay.
can think for themselves. Our robots, they're just programmed by, a person.
Oh, I mean,
I mean, it's, I guess some of them are,
Character, but do I have
AI
to, do I
controlled,
write
but
something
they're
down
usually
in the
pretty
Discord
shit.
for this?
Okay.
I mean, I've heard of construct that can think of themselves. You usually call them warforged because they were made with a soul.
You're gonna have to get used to all these magical fucking terms.
I stopped
Fractal is
caring.
cool.
Stop caring.
Fractal
Thank
is
you.
cool.
Idea.
Is
What's
that
cool?
why they're blue?
Fractal.
Ebadibadai.
Yeah, Fractal's pretty cool. Fractal, are you literally cool? Like, what's your temperature?
I'll slowly acclimate to ambient temperature.
Okay.
Can you make yourself frigid?
I have not tried.
Oh.
Can you make
Don't
yourself
do
like,
it.
super hot?
He just wants
I
you
was
to
gonna ask
cool
for
him
a
off.
hug
I
at
have
that
sat in the
point.
forge, yes,
How much did Wayne get?
but
So
I've not
get
used
yourself
magic
to be
to
like-
change my temperature.
So get
think
yourself
you
to be like
got
1,000
super
degrees Celsius, and then give Wayne a hug.
Don't
I mean,
I
I
said
could
do
do
not
that
do
while I'm
that.
on fire.
All right, so you're gonna
I'm
get a nice
gonna
warm
die.
hug soon.
I don't want to be
As
warm.
they
I want to
casually
be cool.
make their way
I'm
to the
already
forge.
warm.
I make you more warm.
Yeah, I
Hey
can see.
Wayne, are you
they're-
feeling any better after the fever? After eating some food, I'd say.
No. Kind of.
Kind of.
Fever. He claims he's got a fever.
Fever. Oh shit.
I
fever.
need.
Yeah.
What is it? Fever.
I need to talk to Fizwick now.
God, Lord.
I'm gonna finish writing
he's
this
also a
out.
feeder.
'Cause I gotta do that.
If he just walks it off.
I do appreciate you telling me this, because then I'll know to do this.
That's not
mean,
how
I
it
told him
works,
to
John.
go back to bed, you
You should
fucking
lie
idiot.
down in the river.
No, that's the opposite
do
of
that
what
too.
he should be doing.
No.
You shouldn't be lying
Oh,
down
no,
in
I
bed.
like
He
it.
should be
One
walking
person, yeah, that
it off, going around town over and over until he's not sick
In the
anymore.
river.
John.
No, I actually like the idea.
We
He should lay here. He wants to be nice and cool. Go lay down in the river.
Yeah.
Face down, preferably.
What they got.
I won't be able to breathe.
No, because then he's just being
That's the
lazy.
point.
See, when your body is active, it works better, and then you stop being sick. So he just needs to do that.
I've notified everything that has been done.
I think the overarching argument here is that you need to do fucking anything except for fucking complain about it.
I can't help it.
No, he needs to walk it off. It's the tried and true way of curing everything. Sprain your ankle, walk it off. Get sick, walk it off.
You can't do that.
Break your wrist, walk it off.
He's an elf. He's saying that, and he's an elf.
Wrap some dirt on it.
Hey, Sylvie, your robot hand there, can you,
dirt on
like,
it.
wind that up into his
Why
brain
not?
and, like, fix him? Oh, here you go. Here's your nice warm hug.
You just feel the heat radiating off of her.
Rowboat hand. I don't
Oh.
sit on a
Toasty
rowboat.
warm.
No.
Well, I can
I
feel
don't
that
wanna
from
hug.
here.
I mean, I like
Chase
a
him,
warm
make
hug.
him walk around. This will make him walk it off.
Around.
Don't hug me.
Yeah, just keep chasing him.
Yeah, don't hug
He
me.
really
I'm
wants that
scared.
hug. Good thinking, Ted.
That was easier than I thought.
Easy for a while.
Alright, so let's take note that the Fractal will do almost anything I say, which is kind of dangerous.
I doubt it
Well,
will do
I mean,
everything that you say.
I don't so much
I
mean by
hope
row
not,
boat,
actually.
And I don't use to row a boat.
Okay.
I mean, if I put it in someone's head, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but it's Wayne.
I mean,
Because he deserves
can still
it.
Feel pain, no
And?
matter how silly he is. I don't know. I don't want to hurt Wayne. I mean,
Well, I don't
what I
want
heard.
to either. He walks it off. He gets cured. That's how, like.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
exercise,
I'm
right?
old. That doesn't work for me anymore. But he's young. He just walks it off, and he's better.
Next time you see Wayne, the bunny fella with the giant fucking tail, just throw a stool at him. Maybe that'll, knock his sense into it. It won't, but you can do it.
I'm good.
No, just make a comment about how his tail's bigger. That's enough.
It is
usually
always
what gets him.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm fairly confident that it is actually getting bigger every time.
See, that's like, it's not body shaming if it's true.
Either's definitely got bigger since the first time I met him.
You gotta speak up. I can't hear jack shit.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything.
So your mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. It's very typical of you. Okay.
Oh my god, Ted.
He was eating.
I don't chew.
He was quietly reading to himself something in the book, probably.
Yeah, let's go with that. You're not gonna eat your deep fried cactus?
I think I'm good. You want it?
Do people eat this? I don't know. I don't eat that. I only eat meat.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Some
I'll eat.
people in the desert you eat it,
I
but
do like
it's not
macaroni.
prepared. You're just gonna just eat off the cactus.
So you're saying that Lou's just like poisoning people?
Possibly. I almost died.
Does that surprise you that Lou is poisoning people?
Not in the
I mean,
slightest.
cactus juice is pretty bad enough. Like trying eating a cactus, I guess.
Fractal tried to hug me
Well,
with
would you
like.
try?
It was indirect.
There's like a,
I mean,
there's
I
like
can
a
do it.
giant steam cloud in the fountain now. They jumped into the fountain.
Hey, Wayne.
And now you're
Please
feeling
don't
better.
hug me, Fee. Even though it does, I like when you give me hugs. Just don't hug me with fire.
How about the hug from me, huh? I'm very
No,
warm.
you're also too warm.
Yeah, come here.
No, don't hug me.
Come here.
No, don't hug me.
Start
Don't hug
running.
me, John. I will stab you.
Start
Go,
running.
like-
John,
Go, hug him.
I will stab you.
Oh, what
That
are you
doesn't
gonna
do
do?
anything to count,
Stab
right?
me? You're gonna stab
Gonna
me?
do it, John.
You couldn't
Why
stab
are you
Ted.
hugging
Are you
a
gonna?
dagger with
I'm
your
sick.
hands?
Are you seriously thinking that? Here, go ahead. Stab me. Stab my hand.
At least
Do it.
I guess at least Ted
Gonna
was
do it, John.
cold-blooded. I mean,
Do
You
it.
hug me.
Yes.
Go ahead.
okay.
Get away from me, John.
You
I don't
couldn't
want
stab.
more hugs.
You wanted to really take a stab at Ted, and you never did, and you were too much of a coward. Come on, stab me. Come on. Come on.
No.
Right through my hand.
No.
Come on. You said you were gonna do it. Do
No,
it.
'cause I'm gonna hurt you. I don't
Do it.
want to hurt you, John.
Come on. You said you were gonna do
Hurt
it.
him in town. You can't hurt him in town.
Come on. Come on, Wayne. You said you were gonna stab me. Don't be a coward. Come on.
It's too late for that. He's already a coward.
I guess it's a good way to hit him run again, I guess.
Constantly talks a big game. Says he's gonna stab you. Never does. Says he's gonna stab me. Never does.
Some things never change.
It's not like he does something in town anyway.
So anyway, welcome to Sundial.
I mean, he got stabbed while in town, so.
Yeah, you get better.
But I mean,
you,
to be fair, he did it to himself. He literally stabbed his own hand, so.
Not really.
Yes?
For anyone who cares, it was on the expedition. Apparently, the big, we got confirmation from Guppy, the Shadeling, that the seal on the ice is the seal that keeps everything cold, and then the big Shadeling and the ancient dragon down there and frozen. So I don't think we should mess with that.
Where's the Shadeling right now?
So the pulsation, I stand corrected, the pulsation is related.
Why?
You said outside.
So, Lawrence, what does that mean?
Why?
What does what mean?
Doesn't matter if they're outside. It doesn't matter.
Fucked up.
Sorry to interrupt. Has anyone been aware of Master Nikolai's presence as of late?
I saw him like a few minutes, like 10 minutes ago. There you go.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Why are you giving me that look?
No reason.
Come on, Wayne, stab me. You said you were going to do it. Do it.
Oh my God, you weren't lying.
Get out of here, you. See, I told you.
Come on.
You've gone nuts.
You said that you were going to stab Ted, and you never did. You keep talking about stabbing me, and you never do. Come on, stab me, Wayne.
Okay.
Stab me right through the hand. Do it.
You mad old man! Stop it! Leave him alone!
Something, blah, blah.
He's the one that started it and said he was going to stab me.
No, because you're trying to hug me and you're
so
warm.
bad.
I want Wayne to stop being a coward and actually do it. He keeps threatening to stab everyone and he never does it.
Well, that's a good thing, is it not? Oh.
See?
And, I mean, it could be good to stab when it needs to.
You might have magic now.
I'm not stabbing you.
Like mine. If it's Shen or something, like if it's Shen or something, if he walks in, yes, Wayne can go and stab him. Don't ask to be stabbed.
I'm not asking him to stab me in the stomach. I'm asking him to stab my hand. I'm asking him to stab my hand.
Why are we talking about stabbing? I just got out of the company.
Because Wayne threatened to stab me. And he's too much of a coward to actually do it.
I got a perfect answer for this. I got a perfect answer for this.
You know, synthesizes.
Oh, Wayne is being carried away.
We need.
Wayne's gonna get thrown in the pond again.
Fair. Well, I should throw you in the pond next.
Conversation a little late.
I mean, you're welcome to try to pick me up, but I don't think you're gonna make that work.
I could go get my staff, and you could float away and never come back.
Oh.
Yeah, but I generally did.
Oh, come on.
So if Wayne stabs him, does he become the next oldest person?
No, self-made.
Oh.
Wayne said that's how it works, that you have knife fights deciding who the oldest person is.
I mean,
I've heard of similar for more power hierarchy, but not so much age.
if it works that way, I definitely want him to stab me. I could use losing 2,000 years. Would be nice being 157 again.
Hi, Elf. I gotta go check on Wayne.
I'm gonna go with you.
But then you go 1474, where I was from.
And Fractal told me earlier today that they're from 2600. And then you got JoJo. She's from like 2022. But then you get somebody like Nico who don't even know what year it was.
Time scales aren't always analogous.
Wasn't it something like
depending on the world?
1860 where you came from, or something?
Depends on what you mean by where and from.
Man, everybody's from the future. What the fuck?
No, maybe not John. You know, what year was it where you came from? Wasn't it like, 12 or something?
Basically, you're 950 or 958. When you're old, it's very hard to keep track, but basically our years are marked from before the before destruction and after destruction, so
there you go.
Man. They don't even know about
What about
Does your
Sage?
timeline have any, like, funny breaks?
Funny bricks.
Like, certain events where you, like,
Or fee.
it's this number of years before this
mine
point,
was-
and it's this number of years after this point.
Mine was also Matt,
Yes.
sort of
Will you please
before
come
and
with me,
after
please?
Distraction,
Sure.
but I had a different name.
I mean, from where I'm from, they would count the year depending where
Just
you
to
were at, they count the years
confirm
differently,
that the
like,
person I
beginners
just
count depending on how
arrested
long it's been the rule.
and all, and if you say the correct answer, he will be released.
who was arrested?
Take a guess.
Wayne?
The rabbit
Why was he arrested?
for attempting or threatening to stab people. The second time witnessing to stab somebody.
I mean, first was Ted, and then me.
Exactly.
Thing I knew? Okay. Yeah, which does mean, in theory, I could just kind of squeeze myself through here. After a little bit, you hear like a bit of a pop noise, and you pop his head through. Hey, Wayne.
Ah,
Hello there.
probably shouldn't do that. You
Oh,
might get your head.
This
Back.
Alright, John. Did you allow this person to stab you?
I was completely willing to let him stab me. I was fully
Okay.
consenting to it.
I told you.
You are. Well, I had to confirm. I'm sorry.
I was
but
a
then
witness.
again, please.
See,
Yes, I
she
was
was
a
also a
witness.
witness.
Hey, what are you doing?
Exploring.
Just ask.
Anyway, this
There's no
means that
labels on these
technically they
doors.
can't keep me in a cell.
Well,
I could escape any day.
Basically, what happened is,
I don't need to know what happened, just long as you gave consent. That's all I care about.
All right.
Put them in a box.
You're
I'm
free.
Oh,
Just don't stab anyone
free
without
my
consent.
mans.
Or causing trouble. Or
Ah.
causing other
Hey,
things.
button system.
Hi.
See, if you had stabbed me, you wouldn't have gone.
Jail, so I can stab again.
have a
I mean,
feeling
what?
wood and stone.
Probably not a good joke to make when you're leaving the jail. What if he hurt you?
What?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, we should go.
Also, I think you're missing something, you know.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
What? It's good to give the boy a little bit of teasing.
I'm confused, but okay.
Basically, he threatened to stab me. I gave him full consent to do so.
Okay.
And now he's running away from me because he's a coward.
Well, that makes sense.
Despite, there's protections in town, so.
Mean. Sounds like he's being a weird old guy. Weird old guy. Ugh. Just too. Ugh. I don't know.
Look, when you get old, you get eccentric. It'll happen to you too.
Oh, great.
Noted.
You may not get to 2000, but being human, you might get to your 80s.
I don't think I can live for 2000.
You get in your 80s, you'll be, you will have no caring about people's opinions and such.
Make it to past, hopefully, my 40s. And that is old enough.
Precisely.
Oh, you'll get older than that. You're still, humans live way longer than 40. I mean, in my world, they get to around 80 or 90. Some I've met that got even to 120.
Yeah, not here. Good luck.
Thank you, Silver. Thank you.
I mean, I guess that would have happened to me. Just replaced with a different word.
Do not. No, you should not break the seal on it until we have more information.
Why do I hear more?
It's not released that dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, the circle's the thing that's keeping them in the ice. Yeah, Fizwick just told me.
Yep.
Is it?
Let's keep it like that. Just let's make that clear. Let's keep it like that, right?
We could discover how it works.
Yeah, until we have more information about the dragon in the ice, we should probably err on the side of caution.
Yeah, unless he hates shit.
Look into it, but let's keep him in.
We should be concerned about the other one as well.
Which other one?
Oh, the thing.
Where are you?
The big,
What concerns me is the presentation of the eyeballs in there. Given what's known about the eyeballs in this realm, it feels.
Thank you.
Is it
The
twice?
way the eyeballs are in there seem almost like bait. Because they are forward and
why not?
most presented.
I see.
Is it wise to have this conversation with that here?
Okay. I did not blow up.
They're the one who told us.
That is the one that passed us.
They are the one that told us.
What did I say?
I know.
And we know that we can trust them because
You said you cringe.
They cannot lie.
Are you cringe?
fair enough.
No,
I suppose they could be useful.
Understood.
There's no like downgrade or anything.
There you
I don't know
go.
about that, but
And the right people that asking the right questions, we will get our answers.
And even if there was, my body is pretty good.
I've had nothing but positive interactions with them.
yeah, there would be some remains of it.
Oh, I had terrible ones.
At worst, it might grow back.
They stole my eyes once.
Oh, I don't intend to, but I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
I feel like you may have gone into the interaction with the wrong mindset.
By sitting at a camp.
Do you know?
By literally sitting.
I know it looks like a shadling, but what is it?
Nah, that's from when before.
Did you tell them the eyes weren't for trade?
I know I saw you.
They came from behind me.
Do you have a name for it?
They
Three of them, and then
they tend to gang up on people.
She's not doing great.
But when you
She wants
know,
to be alone.
Everything. We already know that.
it was the most terrifying thing in my life.
And if it gets
If
out,
anybody
then
could
you
give her
know,
a, "Hey,
you probably
Tulip,
all
if
don't
you
have
need
eyes
anything, I'm
anymore all of
here."
a sudden or something.
I'm sure that
I mean, I keep telling them I don't have an eye underneath this eye patch, so they don't bother asking about my other eye. So I can use the excuse of I can't give them my only left eye.
Now we must hope the fiddling
They still owe me a favor.
did not cause any damage to the seal.
Well, too bad I don't have a watermelon.
I don't know what's that for.
I bought you watermelons before, okay? I bought you.
There was
like,
experimentation with the seal earlier when trying to understand it.
Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't have eyes anyway, so I'm gonna be fine. So, you know, you just, poke it,
Well, now we know.
I don't know how the rules apply to my eyes. Does it want purely organic eyes?
It was warm?
Mm-hmm.
And they were pretty
Because
big.
in theory,
ones.
it's
impressive, to
I
say
mean,
the
we
least,
want
but still,
organic
the-
eyes.
like I said, you
Because
ate
when we
nuts.
there,
It's
it was
all
really
that
warm,
maybe
and I
it's-
guess it's
I
probably
need a
maybe
little
the
bit
concept
small
of
up there,
eyes,
right?
so I guess that would make sense.
So you could probably eat it.
Interesting.
Oh.
My eyes are replaceable. And that's why I want
Isn't
them.
that right, Fee?
That what?
Yeah, but
could
what if
carve
there
new
are no
eyes.
eyes to replace them?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
I carved new eyes.
If you go out to the winter court, there's a big yeah, but if you circle. finish carving them, then you have created an
Don't
eye. So the eye puts
She's
away
kicking
the
the
shadow
dragon
to the
in the
thing.
ice, and that's kind of what we want.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it's bad. That is correct.
Like that can actually happen.
First day we were here.
So they'll accept eye.
Yeah,
I just wonder how knowledge gets imparted on the eyes.
Somehow I avoided it the whole time. The
Where
only
was
time
an
I
eye
ever
that
went
has
over
not
by
been
that
used
area, there was a
fit?
big lizard over there. There was like a big angry lizard. And he was like, he looked like he had
Like
crystals sticking out
say,
of him.
a spare eye I have carved but have not used at all gets taken. Would that eye still contain anything of my
I think
craftsmanship?
that sounds about right. So I think you were there.
But not of my use.
That also tracks with it tracks with the general technically town vibe. Yes. speaking, you didn't use the eye, so there's nothing in.
I don't like saying that, but
I'm pretty sure
no,
most of the towns here.
I think
the truth hurts.
At least most of the people that are currently awake are here.
Anyways, so yeah, now we know what that does. Good.
An interesting quarry.
Don't worry.
Shifting gears a minute. You don't know what that means. Just roll
Nobody's
with
gonna
it.
take your eyes, I promise.
I
It feels
mean,
a shame
you know,
to
with
get rid of
the
the research into
spider
the
eyes, and they have many eyes, but it's all the same memories because they all have the eyes at the same time.
Surely there's
I
some use for
don't
this
think
stuff.
they take them
So
much
maybe if they had one later,
I
it would
don't
be
think-
missing a part
I don't think they
someday.
have a reason to take them much
Shading's not a
eyes.
problem.
Okay, they have to go through me first.
Still sentient though.
If there's a
I still don't
You
think
okay
they
there,
would
Lawrence?
take them
My
anyway.
specific situation appears to sit in
They gotta go through all of us actually.
unknown part of the rules of this realm.
I want them. To get
No, they would have to go through the door, which they tend to do very easily.
He tends to be quiet.
It is fascinating.
I'm gonna ask the spawner.
So
Does anybody have like
you know,
anything?
if for whatever reason, you know, another giant shadling stops
gonna
by,
take something
you know,
off
it'd be
of
nice to
his
have one of
shirt.
these like a sunlight grenade. or
It's
something.
a general's badge.
I have a
I
stock.
mean, just lanterns are enough
Sure,
to deter them. So.
I have a large.
Here you go. I'm just gonna let you hold it for a bit.
Look,
Shadelings
let's
don't
just
like
say
iron. If you're scared,
the
just
same
hold
ideas
this
come
up.
to my mind,
Just hold it up.
and I regret not having the strength to do
They
certain
can't go
things
anywhere near you so long as you have that iron on you.
because I had the
Don't
same
hurt them
idea,
with it.
and that
None of
was
it with you,
a
Gold.
goal.
But if you just hold it
It
up,
wouldn't
then
have
that's a
mattered.
good sign of like, hey, leave me alone.
I don't think it would have mattered either.
What's been going on with you recently? I haven't seen you.
I'm not even sure if the iron in my arm would have done anything
And
either.
plus, it probably won't even get to that
I mean,
point.
that
They
thing
gotta
wasn't
go
even
through
afraid of a
me.
lantern.
They gotta go through Wayne.
Right.
They gotta
Oh,
go
you mean the
through
giant one,
Physically,
the
they gotta
spawner?
go through
Rocks or
Ted.
anything?
They gotta go through
I
that
got
whole
right up in its face
I'm
and
gonna
it
tell you
didn't seem to
something
care.
that I'm not proud of.
I can get you wood at best. I don't think I can get you
Little
iron.
Fox came in
Okay,
right
pretty
after
fresh in
when I
my
stormed
nose.
off when they were talking about
I gotta
politics or
wait
whatever.
for
Just
erosion to
show it to
happen.
one of the guards.
I,
Also one of the defenders.
if I was a little closer to that
I got some more
big one I made, I
right
would
next to the front.
between you and whatever's going
but I
to try.
wasn't.
I'll
So I
let you
yelled at her and
know.
told her to leave. Get out.
Let one of the guards and defenders
Seemed
know
hurt.
about it.
So let's
don't
let's
know
clear the
whoever
air on
called
this.
a guard or a
You
defender.
know,
I know
little
Raven's
Fox
been around
didn't
and
technically
recently, which is
technically
sad
do
to say.
anything wrong.
Your leg is being hugged.
Just hasn't returned yet.
Oh, is it? I can't see. There's a
It is.
big old mushroom in the way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
It's hugging it, or
I hope everyone returns.
I mean, do you want to hug my leg? Do you want to sit in my
Me
lap? You know,
too.
what do you want? I'm here to help, Tulip. You know, let me know what you want. I'm not mad.
Uh-oh.
Maybe try being a little gentler with her.
I mean, come on, Ted. You should know this.
No,
I think you.
not exactly.
Why
Yeah,
that
that's
subtle. Fine.
I didn't think, but I don't know.
well, I'm gonna head again, turn it in for the day. I'm gonna go sleep at the tower.
Let me finish what we're saying, and maybe
Yeah, I'll
I'll
work
go
on
see if I
getting
can
some
find
wood for
Tulip.
you. I'll be
But,
right
Same. I'm going to go to bed. Good night,
Is there a
everyone.
very specific amount you need? How much you need?
Much as we can.
would 100 pounds of wood be good enough? Or I'm guessing you're probably need a lot more than that,
As
right?
much as you can, you can bring in whatever you can.
The spirits of wisdom way.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Fucking can't believe how much of a coward fucking Ted is. Fucking coward. Alright, I am going to go ahead and end my stream for tonight. Man, I'm gonna miss Nerda. That was a good send-off. I'm happy that we had a good funeral. It's gonna miss Nerda, but RP moves on, so we'll have to see how, because I think the town is going to be okay short term, like, you know, maybe 4 or 8 sessions, somewhere around there. But at some point things are going to start falling apart, and the problem is there's going to be a problem with trying to get people working together, I think, especially with some of the different groups that have different goals. And if people are pissed off with John now with some of his, you know, antics and stuff, boy, some people are going to be really upset when things turn, things flip, and the reveal occurs. Oh boy. So, thank you all for checking out and watching the stream. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all have a good night.